All right, today we are diving into a really powerful idea from Simon Sinek's incredible book, Start With Why. Seriously, this is one of those concepts that can completely shift how you think about leadership, marketing, and building a loyal community around your work. Let's get right into it. So, have you ever asked yourself this? You see a creator, a brand, or a public figure, and they have this magnetic pull. People are just drawn to them, loyal to the core. And you have to wonder, what are they doing differently? It's definitely not always about having the flashiest product or the biggest budget. Sinek says the secret is something much, much deeper. Before we can understand how to inspire people, we first got to look at why so many of us fail to do it. And it usually starts with a big misunderstanding of what it even means to lead. Okay, so Sinek draws this really critical line in the sand. On one side, you have leaders. These are people with authority, right? A boss, a manager. We follow them because, well, we kind of have to. But then you have those who lead. These are the people who inspire us. They don't need a formal title because we follow them for a totally different reason. We want to. That's the goal. When you boil it all down, there are really only two ways to get someone to do something. The most common way? Manipulation. Think about it. Price drops, limited time offers, using fear or peer pressure. And look, those things can work in the short term. They can get you a click or a sale for sure. But they don't build loyalty. Inspiration, on the other hand, that creates a real sense of purpose, of belonging. It forges a connection that lasts way beyond a single transaction. So the big question is, how do we stop manipulating and start inspiring? Well, this is where Simon Sinek gives us a beautifully simple but profound tool. He calls it the golden circle. This right here, this is the whole game. The golden circle isn't just a clever business idea. Sinek argues it's a pattern grounded in biology. It explains how truly inspiring leaders think, act, and communicate. It's made of three simple layers, but as you're about to see, the direction you move through them changes absolutely everything. Let's start on the outside of the circle. This is the what. It's the easiest thing to identify. Every single company, every creator on the planet knows what they do. We sell computers, we provide legal services, we make videos about woodworking. It's the tangible stuff, the easy part. Now, if we move one layer in, we get to the how. Some people and organizations know their how. This is your secret sauce, your unique process, the special way you do things that you think sets you apart from everyone else. Your unique selling proposition lives here. It's a bit harder to articulate than the what, but many successful people have a good handle on it. And finally, we get to the very center, the core, the why. And let's be crystal clear, your why is not to make a profit. That's a result. The why is your purpose, your cause, your belief. Why does your organization even exist? Why did you get out of bed this morning? And most importantly, why should anyone else care? Very, very few can clearly answer that question. Okay, so just knowing about the circle is interesting, but putting it into action, that's where the real magic happens. Let's look at how most people communicate and then see how the inspiring leaders completely flip the script. So here's the typical approach. We communicate from the outside in. We start with what we do. It sounds like this. We make great computers. They're beautifully designed, user-friendly, and have a fast processor. Want to buy one? I mean, it's logical, it's clear, but does it inspire you? Not really. It's just a list of features. Now watch what happens when we reverse it. Inspiring brands like Apple communicate from the inside out. They start with why. In everything we do, we believe in challenging the status quo. We believe in thinking differently. The way we challenge the status quo is by making our products beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. And we just happen to make great computers. Want to buy one? Feel the difference? It's a totally different message. One is a pitch, the other is a belief system. Okay, this theory is fantastic, but how do you actually put it to work? For your YouTube channel, for your business, for your personal brand? Let's turn this powerful idea into a simple, actionable plan you can start using today. To really bring your why to life, you need three things working in perfect harmony. First, you need clarity of why. You have to be able to put your purpose into simple, clear words. Second, you need the discipline of how. Your actions, your values, your guiding principles, they have to be a direct reflection of your why. And finally, you need consistency of what. Everything you produce, every video, every product, every single tweet has to be tangible proof of what you believe. And what's the result when all three of those things are in balance? You get authenticity. It's not something you can fake, it's the natural result of living and breathing your purpose. And that authenticity is what builds unshakable trust. It's what earns real loyalty. And it's how you transform a casual audience into a thriving community. So, we've walked through the problem, we've broken down the framework, and we've laid out the action plan. And all of that brings us to the single most important question you can ask yourself. This sentence says it all. This is the heart of the entire idea. Your what, your product, your service, your content, it just serves as the tangible proof of your why. When people buy your product or watch your videos, they're not just getting a thing. They're getting a piece of your belief system, a symbol they can use to show the world what they believe in too. And that is the question I want to leave you with. Seriously, forget about what you're making or how you're making it for just a second. Take a step back and ask yourself, truly, why do you do it? Because when you have a clear answer to that question, everything else falls into place. Your why becomes the compass that guides all your decisions, the fuel that gets you through the hard times, and the beacon that attracts the people who believe what you believe.